I'm not a writer.
Okay.
I'm forever in branch out mode, so when I heard CNBLUE, a name I've definitely come across over the years, was releasing their first full-length album in over a decade, Trilogy, I knew I'd be checking it out. That gap fact alone is bound to generate considerable anticipation outside of just myself. Plus, I'm not a complete noob. I'd already known Domino, their collaboration with Wheein. It's a fantastic song, and Wheein is one of my absolute favorite K-pop vocalists, so I know CNBLUE has good taste. But, admittedly, that's been the extent of my group knowledge. Until now. CNBLUE debuted in 2010, and I've learned their fans are BOICE, and CN stands for codename, and BLUE, a backronym representing the members' original personas. Even though they're now a trio, it's cool to retroactively see how the group's identity has evolved over the years. So after a quick dive into CNBLUE's past, it's time to jump into their present and future with Trilogy. From the explosive opening of Ready, Set, Go, to the introspective ballads and everything in between, this album promises a journey through the many facets of CNBLUE's musical identity. Let's see what they've got in store for us, shall we? So Ready, Set, Go is up first, and it's a raucous choice for an opener, a festival-ready rock anthem with that kind of explosive energy that makes you want to jump around like you're headlining your own personal concert or slamming in a mosh pit for one. But it's not just mindless energy, it's a declaration. It screams, after all this time, CNBLUE is ready to start a new chapter, and they're bringing that super band energy with them. Then, there's Killer Joy, the title track. Let it be known, I'm already jamming hard by now, and CNBLUE is continuing to feed into my air guitar dreams with this high-energy pop-rock anthem that's all about killing boredom and embracing pure joy. The band's performance is undeniably powerful, and it's easy to see why they have a reputation as masters of the stage. They're doing more than playing music. They're declaring war on the mundane. The lyrics are a bit intense, with all that talk of targets and shooting melodies into your heart, but hey, at least they're not boring. By this point, I'm buzzed and 3 songs deep in love with Trilogy, when we get to Lowkey, where things take a turn for the, sensual. The explosive energy leading up to it is tempered, but just a bit. It's a far more subtle, mid-tempo pop-rock track that oozes instrumental sophistication. Low-key, but definitely not phoned in terms of production style. As a self-composed track by Kang Min-hyuk, it's clear that this is his baby, cradled within themes of hidden emotions and quiet confidence. It reminds us of love that doesn't need to shout to be heard, and it's like CNBLUE is whispering a secret in your ear, and I am now addicted. Then we have To the Moon and Back, which is where CNBLUE decides to get all romantic on us. They're sharing a declaration of infinite devotion, a promise to follow you to the ends of the earth, or, to the moon and back. The members themselves have said this one is the most technically demanding track on the album, and you can hear that in the layered production and the soaring vocals. It's like they're trying to create a whole universe of sound, and it's kind of breathtaking. If you're looking for a song to dedicate to your soulmate, this might just be it. Now, the brakes have officially engaged, and things mellow out a bit with Bliss. After all that talk of killing boredom and fighting for your dreams, it's nice to have a moment of pure, effervescent happiness. This pop rock track has a bright, shimmering quality that's a far cry from the intense energy of Killer Joy. It exhales, we can be intense, but we can also be sweet. And halfway through the album by now, I am truly appreciating CNBLUE's musical versatility. This song is a reminder that even amidst all the chaos, there's always room for a little bit of bliss. The pre-release track, Still a Flower, offers a message of hope and resilience, bolstered by delicate emotional lines and warm harmonies, creating a truly comforting experience. I found it to be a beautiful and poignant intro to what the band had in store for us with this album. Jung Young-hwa participated in writing and composing the song, and his vocals here, in particular, offer a sense of quiet consolation. Cheers to his hard work. Seeing it enter the worldwide iTunes songs chart and debuting in the top 40 of South Korea's Melon Music Hot 100 chart upon release. What has stuck with me most firmly, besides that beautiful melodic top line, are the lyrics. The song uses the metaphor of a flower blooming again despite being surrounded by wounds and darkness, accompanying a message about regaining your unique identity even within a cold, harsh reality. Lyrics like, "Flowers out of the asphalt are so tall, grew up in sadness, but it was a flower," are particularly moving, like they're acknowledging that things may have been tough, but there's still beauty to be found. The lyric video simply and perfectly complements the song's message, depicting a sprout growing from a fallen tear on the ground and blooming into a flower. The song bears testament that even after being trampled and stained, you can still bloom. You can still be a flower. Then comes Again, which I've read is CNBLUE's love letter to their fans. A heartwarming and melodic track that's all about gratitude, endurance, and the promise of a future reunion. It's reaffirming the group hasn't forgotten their listeners, and I imagine that's a message that's bound to resonate with anyone who's been a longtime fan of the band. Again, Jung Younghwa's vocals are particularly stirring here, showcasing a gorgeous vibrato, vocal resonance, and this distinctive rasp. Clearly, even after 16 years, CNBLUE values the connection they have with their fans, and they're committed to repaying that support in music and performances. Next, we drift into Lee Jung-shin's offering, The Temperature of Memory, which is where the group gets wistful. You'll find no high-energy anthem nor a declaration of love here. Instead, settle into a quiet reflection on the past, a delicate exploration of memories that linger long after they've faded. Even though things change, some things stay with you, and there's something undeniably comforting about that sentiment. The lyrics are all about lost love and enduring warmth, crafting a sonic landscape that's both melancholic and strangely beautiful. It's an evocative musical memento that even in a cold world, the memories we cherish can keep us warm. Now it's time to check in on the feels again, because I am full on 3logy infatuated by the time we get to warm and cozy little things. The song isn't about grand gestures or sweeping declarations. It's about finding happiness in the everyday moments, the small details that make a relationship special. They're inviting to be more mindful because it's not the big things that matter, it's the little things. The acoustic-driven sound, the muted but leading percussion, and the light, sentimental vocals create a warm and intimate atmosphere, like a sonic hug on a chilly day. Remember, sometimes the greatest love stories are written in the margins of ordinary life. And finally, we reach Anthem of Life, which is CNBLUE's grand finale, their triumphant curtain call, and a clear call to embrace the journey, struggles, and all. The song declares their survival and their unwavering drive to continue, forcing the listener to feel inspired by their sheer tenacity. The instrumentation is sweeping, and the overall effect is pure, free uplift. It's that positive mantra that even in the face of adversity, there's always a reason to sing, to celebrate, and to keep moving forward with a shining heart. With 3logy, the band affirms that they have survived the past 15 years and are now charging forward. One of the album's strengths is that all three members contributed self-composed tracks, showcasing their individual musical colors, but they're also all over the full album credits. It's a collection of music completed through the balance of three members, each forming their own axis, but it also underscores that CNBLUE is a band with a strong sense of identity. Overall, 3logy is a near-perfect album to me. When all was played and done, I loved every song from intro to outro with shocking enthusiasm. I have to imagine for BOICE, this is a very welcome return to form for CNBLUE, with an album that showcases their strengths as musicians and performers, all while offering moments of genuine beauty and excitement. What's most impressive is the way they've managed to weave together their past, present, and future into a cohesive and compelling narrative that I immediately want to traverse, no matter how far back in time I must go. They've quickly proven their artistry to this newcomer, and after listening to this album, I can't wait to see what the next chapter holds for CNBLUE. It's evident they still have plenty of stories left to tell, and I'm ready to listen.
Well, folks, it's time to kick it old school. So you can feel cool. Give it to me, baby. Baby. Yeah.